Hello everybody and welcome to gaming. Just kidding, I'm talking about a creepypasta called Ben. Ben drowned apparently, and so that's what we're gonna cover today. And sorry about the hat, may look like weird, but I have horrible hair right now, as you can plainly see. So we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna put it on backwards, and I'm gonna look like a pirate through the whole thing. And we're gonna talk about Ben. Let me turn this down. This is Seether Truth, if y'all want to hear it. Who says y'all anymore? Well, apparently I do. So, okay. So, this dude. He was going, he got an N64 from his friend, and so his friend was like, well, you should get some games for it, man. And so he did. He went out to some garage sales, and he met this one guy who had, like, this copy of Majora's Mask, but it was all screwed up, and it had like demons and stuff on it, but at that time that Juduceable kid didn't know, and so the kid's name was Ben, not Juduceable, not the live one. Ben is the ghost that haunts the Majora's Mask cartridge. So what's really cool is that when the guy was leaving, the old man said goodbye then, and later he realized it was goodbye Ben. And so the kid Ben had it almost completed, and so he made a new one, called it Link, and throughout the course of the game the NPCs would call him Link or Ben with like big letters. It had like all capitals. So he was gonna try the 4th day glitch, and if you don't know what that is, Google it. But it's just as the clock is about to hit 0 on the final day, if you look through the telescope, the countdown time disappears, and it's like weird, man. I mean, whoa, like this sounds weirder than this. Like this sounds like I'm in a dark room or something with a murder, and this sounds like I'm talking right in, I don't know, it's weird. So, and so the guy was going around doing 4th day glitch stuff, and when he did it, he went back to, when he pressed B to exit the telescope, he, instead of being in the astronomer room, he found himself in the Majora boss fight room at the end of the game. The trippy boxed-in arena, you know? And the Skull Kid is hovering above him. Fun fact, Skull Kid is never supposed to be in there. So, you know, this is cray, man. He told cray. And so, when he decided he was going to reset it, that's another good idea. And it says, you're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. You get that message from Anhu, the pretty redhead from Kakariko, no wait, that was Ocarina, the pretty redhead from the Stockpot Inn, and that was literally creeping him out. So, and like he was waiting and just trying to figure out what was happening. So he's moving around, and it popped up, go to the lair of the boss temple, temple's boss. I mess that part up every time I'm trying to record this. Recorded this 16 times. And so, yeah, that that popped up, and no wasn't a selectable option, so he just said yes, and it popped up with Dawn of a New Day, with my favorite subtext ever! Lines! Lines! You don't know how awesome lines are! And so, he felt like having an inexplicable depression on a profound scale. Sorry. Drink time. Refresh. This is my jam. Okay, so when it came back, the screen like cut to the animation stuff and looking all normal in the clock tower. But when he stepped out, oh god, no, was distracting. And when he stepped out, it was like in a Twilight Zone. You know, like with the door that leads to your mind or something, and I like the Smosh one where the clothes don't fit. Sorry, off task a lot. Okay, all the inhabitants were gone, and usually with the 4th day glitch, you can still find the guard and the dog that runs around. Side note, that dog is annoying! I hate him so much. I mean, one time I was just going around being a little player, you know? I shouldn't be doing that. So, yeah, I was going around as Midget Link, not Kid Link, but Midget Link, Deku Link, and I'm gonna pause this. Deku Link, and he'd hit me and kill me, and so what replaced all those people were the ominous feelings that someone was watching him. I mean, that's just weird to feel that through a video game. That's cray, bro. So he had only 4 hearts, and the hero's bow. I mean, with a hero's bow, you could literally just take down anything because it's a bow. And I'm not talking about Katniss. I hate her so much. And the most chilling thing out of all that, I mean, like, it was so creepy. The most chilling thing was the Song of Healing playing in reverse. I mean, if you don't know that sound, that is the creepiest sound ever. Like, I was like listening to the Zelda songs one time, and the Song of Unhealing, as they call it, came on, and I nearly died. And I'm searching it right now because I can't do all that fancy schmancy. Take this recording, put it onto my video, because I'm using a webcam, because I'm that broke. Yeah. Okay, so Song of Unhealing. No, not Song of Storms, not yet. Unhealing. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this shit up, and I can only listen to it for like, oh god, it's got that thing. This is what was playing the whole entire time. Oh god, damn it. Damn it, I said damn it. This time I said damn it. Okay. So, as he was going there, and like, he didn't feel it was personally some sort of danger, but yeah, and the music would get louder and louder until he just would die. So after that, he decided to go around. He gets followed by the statue. The statue of the Link. I posted some pictures. You can find it on Facebook. Whatever you do, whatever you have. And yeah, that face creeps me out. Okay, so and the statue would appear right behind him every time, and every now and then he would hear the happy masked salesman laugh in the background. That guy is insane. I mean, he has, I swear, he eats children. Like, I don't think it's just like nom nom nom. I think he takes children in, he eats them, and turns them into a mask. You know, mask. So yeah, little happy mask salesman. Not so happy, not so masky. That didn't make any sense. So, yeah, after all this is happening, he's still off the wall, freaked out. I mean, I would be too. If this started happening to me, I'd be like, nope, 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 I'm done. And then the Song of Healing repeated for the 50th time, and I'm gonna read this part. I'm gonna tell you guys this part. It's like blows my mind and such. My mind is literally blown. I mean, if you look inside my head, I wouldn't have a mind because it'd be blown up. And he said, I just remember standing in the middle of South Clocktown, realizing that I had never felt so alone in a video game before. I mean, he was on the point of crying. So he tried leaving Clocktown, which not a good idea. The screen would fade to black every time he did, and he'd go into another zone of Clocktown. He tried playing the ocarina. He didn't want to be here. He tried playing the Song of Time and the Song of Soaring, but it'd only say, your notes echo far, but nothing happens. And, oh god. And he came up with the brilliantest idea ever. Go to the laundry pool and drown yourself, so you could spawn somewhere else. I hate reading this. I'm chilling. So, as he ran to the pool, Link grabbed his head, started like rubbing him, and the screen flashed, and the happy mask salesman was smiling at him. Think of that. It haunts him. So, some more stuff happened, you know, like happy mask salesman, Link turned to a phase, creepy stature coming after him, and then then he heard a Red scream. The scariest scream ever. I mean, I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. Nintendo must have been like, ooh, put E for everyone. Should have just, like, put M for murderous nightmares. Like, there's some things in Ocarina of Time, like the floor masters and the wall masters, that would just creep me out. And that one pink and white guy with the hands, I call them Hades' hands because it reminds me of God of War with the hands in the room and the skulls. So yeah, and the screen faded to black as soon as it happened, and it said, "Dawn of a New Day." Get this, guys. Get this. Lines! I know, lines! How can nobody like lines? And so the screen came back, and he's standing in the clock tower again, Skull Kid hovering over him. So he looked up at the moon, and the moon was back, looming meters above his head. I mean, like, here's Link, and here's the moon. Like, it was that close, like, he was gonna... It was probably not that close, but... A new song was playing. The Stone Temple theme was playing in reverse. Some sort of desperate attempt. He decided to fire an arrow at the Skull Kid, and it actually hit him. And he played an Any Good He, and I was picked up. He played an Any Good. Sorry guys, I lost my place. He played an animation of him reeling back. I fired again, and on the third arrow, text box says, "That won't do you any good." So he was picked up off the ground, Link was, and he was levitated on his back. Link screamed, get this, burst into flames, instantly killing him. So festive. He jumped, the Juducible jumped when this happened. I mean, he never seen it used anywhere. So he had it happen again, and screen faded black, and he reappeared in the same exact place. And so he got the idea to attack him again. Bad ideas don't work twice. And the same thing happened again, but with the Song of Unhealing playing in reverse, and lightning, like, you know, Burnade, when he electrocutes you, and electrocute, set on fire, levitated, dead. So yeah, that's not a good sign. And so he went back, and he couldn't press any buttons. All he could do was stare at Link's dead body. After around 30 seconds of this, the game simply fades out with a message, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" Before kicking you out to the title screen. When he started it up again, some things were just all messed up. Oh, I'm getting chills. I mean, like, goosebumps. That's how good creepypasta is. So, the title screen read, it had one save on it, and it said, your turn, in all capital letters, and it had 3 hearts, 0 masks, no items. So he selected your turn. Where does this guy go? What did this guy do? I mean, this is just brilliant idea after brilliant idea, man. So he goes back, he sees the scene of his Link dead and the Skull Kid hovering over, just like before. This time with Skull Kid's laughing, looping over and over again. He quickly hit the reset button. The game booted up again. I don't know why this guy just doesn't go burn it in a lake. And after a new file was added called Below Your Turn, entitled Ben. It's right back where it was with Stone Temple and the moon almost crashing. God, I'm getting so many goosebumps. This is that good. He turned the game off at that point. Finally! finally, this guy gets what's going on. And so, he had nightmares after that, and nightmares and stuff, and more nightmares. He thought it would just be some gag that somebody was pulling on him, or hacked something. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. The post 2, September 18th, 2010. I forgot to say, the first post was post 1. Get that, guys. Post 1 comes before post 2. It was September 8th. Oh, it was just September 7th, just the day before. That's usually a good sign. If you play the game that gave you nightmares the day after, it's really good. So I'm gonna go back down to post 2 because I haven't really read anything of it, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of summary. So he uploaded, he miraculously was filming this. Yeah, and it tells last night he had a dream of the Elegy of Emptiness statue, the little Ben statue. That thing was following him, and if I ever had a dream about that, I would wake up and never go to sleep again. Never. I mean never. I'd stay up, drink Coca-Cola and Skittles every day. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so he drove up back to that neighborhood to see if that old man was there. Guess what, guys? The old man was gone. And the neighbor who was mowing the grass killed the mower, you know, like stabbed, like Jeff. He went on with Jeff the Killer on the mower and murdered it. And he asked him if he asked Deducible if he was looking for anybody, looking for someone. He told him, I'm going to read this part. This is crazy. Okay, so I told him that I was looking for the old man that lived here, to which what I already knew. He was moving, trying a different avenue. I asked if the old man had any family or relatives I could talk to. I discovered that this man had never been married, nor did he have any children or grandchildren through adoption. Starting to become worried, I asked one final question, one that I should have started from with the beginning. Who was Ben? The man's expression turned grim. You shouldn't have done that. Just a little thing I've added. That was so cool. And I learned that 4 doors down, around 8 years ago, on April 23rd, just a little side note, that is the day, that is Ben Day. Okay, officially. The man informed me that it was the same day as his anniversary. That's how I knew the specific date. There was a young boy, there was an accident with a young boy named Ben. Shortly after his parents moved, despite any further attempts to talk to the man to get more information, he wouldn't divulge on anything else. So he went back to his house completely scared out of his mind. Guess what he does? He turns it back on and starts playing again. I mean, this thing that has creeped him out, gave him nightmares about that Elegy of Emptiness style. Elegy of Emptiness style. Elegy of Emptiness statue. He turns it back on. He starts playing it again. You know, here's me, totally not N64 controller, but, you know, he starts playing it again, and the normal sound, it was more high-pitched. You know, if you ever had a N64, most of you guys do, I hope. I hope. And so it was like it was still the same. It was still titled Your Turn and Ben. Yeah. And he looked at the bin file earlier. It seems to be fluctuate. I love that word. Sounds like flux capacitor from Back to the Future. Fluctuate between displaying the Al save and not displaying the Al save. He brought up the bin file, hesitated for a moment. I would have just thrown it out the window, as I was saying earlier. So he was summoning all his courage. As I said before, this guy is stupid, brave, stupid-erd, brave-erd, and a man. I wouldn't be able to do this. After I saw the first thing that happened, I'd be like, nope, 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 nope. So he was immediately thrust in complete. I'm gonna read this part. It was okay. So there's like a couple paragraphs here. Drink. On. Sorry guys. Takes a lot out of me reading this. It's weird. Immediately I was okay. Set the scene. Stone Tower Temple. It was ominous and scary. I'm gonna read it like this so you guys get creeped out. Immediately, I was thrust into complete chaos. Sure enough, it was outside Stone Tower Temple. That's about all I expect. That's about all was expected. Stone itself wasn't called Stone Tower Temple, but rather O-N-E. And immediately, a dialogue box of complete gibberish that I couldn't make out greeted me. Link's body was distorted, his back was cocked in a permanently disfigured position. Link's expression was dull, almost as Link stood with his body smashed irregularly back and forth. I examined what had become of my avatar and noticed a C button item I have never known before. Same kind of note, but pressing it down, the sounds played back and forth, and I didn't recognize it from the game. Almost demonic nature, or some kind of high-pitched yip, some kind of laugh, something playing in the background. I had all of 2 minutes to take in the environment before another one of those ducking, he says a bad word, ducking elegy of emptiness statues was summoned, and immediately after I was cut into Dawn of a New Day. What the subtext of lines? He was, I was a Deku, okay, I'm gonna read this in my Deku Scrub voice. I was a Deku Scrub in Clocktown, you know, and, this, I had something on my face, something in my eye. I was a Deku Scrub, Clocktown. The scene was pretty normally play after this. Time you travel back in time. The time you travel back in time, Tattle would say, what just happened? It's as if everything has, but instead of saying start over, she finished her remark in broken text. As the last of the happy mask salesman played in the background, I was put back in control of my character, yes! But from a ducked up camera angle. I was looking behind the door of the clock tower, watching my avatar run around as a Deku Scrub. Seeing as how I really had no place to go, I couldn't see anything. He says a big word, is BG, RUDGINGLY. Do you guys can say that? That would be amazing. You have to like make a video 2 seconds long saying that word. I will love you forever. I don't care who you are. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and call it Beetle. I bedeedly went inside the door. There I was greeted by the happy mask salesman, who simply told me, "Man with a terrible face. Thank you." Before the screen whited out. He was determined to feel it again as a human, you know, being Link, all badass and whatnot. So there were 3 figures gathered off to one side. One of them was Epona. Epona, I love you. I love you, Epona. If you're reading this, I love you. I love you. See this heart? This heart means I love you. Okay? So as he approached him, to his horror, he saw the happy mask salesman, Skull Kid, the Elegy of Emptiness statue just standing there. It was like that the whole entire time. I hope I didn't have anything in my teeth. I've been eating Skittles. So Skull Kid was playing some kind of idle animation on loop. Same with Epona, like moving like to the beat. Should have synced up the music. Synced up, Shake That by Eminem. Shake that, shake that. That would have been hilarious. And the Elegy of Emptiness statue was doing what it has been all along. Dance. No. That would have been hilarious, though. Just standing there, eerily. It was Happy Mask Salesman that scared me. More profoundly than the other 2. He too was idle, wearing that kid-eating grin. But wherever I moved, his head slowly turned and followed me. I had not engaged in any dialogue with him, nor was I in combat with him. Yet his head would still follow him. I keep saying him. Wow, this has gone on for 32 minutes. 33, yay! I hope you watched the whole video by now. If you're still watching this, you're my true friend. Okay, look at this heart. Look. It looks like a little Batman. I'm speaking into your heart. Okay, so I may look dirty. That's because I'm sitting back because I'm tired. And so the Happy Mask Salesman face would follow him. What was really scary was the Happy Mask Salesman's own song, and the song that was playing back on loop back in day 4, the song Unhealing, was playing at the exact same time. That would make any grown man cry. So after he finished was playing the song, he whipped out his ocarina before that, and he was playing a song. You know, he's trying to play a song. After he did that, ear-piercing shriek blasted on his TV, not Nicki Minaj, and the sky was like started flashing, and the Happy Mask Salesman song, Twisted theme song, sped up. intensifying the fear. Link exploded into flames and died. Festive. Another festive scene. The three figures just stood there, opponent two, and they just watched as he burned. And then the screen cut to black. Text came up, said, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" He had little time to ponder what was going on. Instead, he transformed into a Zora and now found himself in the Great Bay Temple, the worst temple ever imaginable. He slowly made his way towards the beach, where he found Ipana. Normal spot. Maybe she was trying to get a drink. He couldn't take off the mask, so he doesn't know why she was there. And so she kept neighing, and the way she was angled made it look like trying to signal a point to me from far off the distance. And he dove into Great Bay Temple and the Great Bay, like the actual bay, and started swimming. He found something on the bottom of the ocean, the Elegy of Emptiness statue. And when he went down to investigate it, the Zora suddenly started choking. And the Zora died. But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, scary stuff. I'm reading this. I'm dying. And so, Zoras can breathe underwater. I'm sure everybody knows that. So this makes no sense. Press start screen was before him. I'm gonna read this part to you guys. I read a lot of parts to you guys. So you guys are my favorite. I knew the only reason why it would put me here is because I keep hearing noises. This does not help this. Change file again. I pressed start and I was right. The news file told me about Ben. Now it made sense why the statue appeared when he goes to the laundry pool, because he'd been drowned. Hey, don't know why I'm reading this to you guys. You guys better be happy. So, he goes around, says basically the same thing. So, we get to post 4, September 12th, 2010. I'm going to read this part for you guys, the whole thing. Let me take a drink so I can... There we go. Let me just clear things up. I know you guys are worried about Juducible. That's okay. He finished moving out today. He's back home. He's taking the semester off. I'm not really sure what's happened. I have a vague idea. But you guys probably know more than I do. I'm Juducible's roommate. Obviously knew something was wrong with him for 2 days now. For a few days now, he just stayed in his room all day, much like me. Yesterday I came to grab my philosophy book. He approached me. He looked horrible. Bags under his eyes. He handed me a flash drive. Gave me specific instructions. Told me what he needs to do. One last favor for him. He told me that he needs me to do one last favor for him. Finally explained to me what was going on. Gave me the account info to his YouTube account. I don't know why you couldn't have said just info to his YouTube account. And told me that he's getting away from here. That it lured him to play instead of changing things he shouldn't have done that, and to upload and inform people. I told him he could do it himself. He got this wild look in his eye and told me that he was never looking at that game again. And that's the last thing he ever said to me. I honestly can't tell you what happened. I looked at the footage of the game last night. The text document said with his name and password for YouTube. And the third document called the truth text containing me what he told me were notes that he'd taken. He told me everything he needed to know, basically the whole story and such. And the truth text will be released September 15, next post. About the video I cut straight to when he loaded the bin file. Looking back, I realized Judiceable left the save select screen. It said different names, my bad. And the post 5 is just him talking about Ben and what happened, and he thinks it's some elaborate hoax, and he basically just tells you what happened, basically tells you what I just said. So going down, he talks to Cleverbot. If you go talk to Cleverbot, you will have, and you start trying to talk to it about Ben. It might actually reply. Ben might actually reply. Go to Cleverbot. And so he starts talking to Cleverbot. It's Ben, and yeah, and he tries telling Ben that he doesn't want to talk, and he has more conversations with Creeperbot, that's the name. And so he gets down to the end. He thanks everybody for listening to this. And he says, "Your support this time has kept me going. And now I'm finally free of this. Thanks again, Judiceable." You shouldn't have done that, Matt. You shouldn't have done that. Well, 43 minutes. That is amazing. I'm literally have goosebumps all over my body. That is weird. I want to thank everybody that has pushed it out this long, man. You guys are amazing. This video was meant for Alex Mason, Lily Saunders, however you say it, Claire, anybody who else likes Zelda. But those are the 3 people that are like my best friends. Alex is like the coolest dude you will ever meet. He's British. He's cool. Lily is really cool. She's another gamer girl, not a gamer girl, but like an actual gamer girl who yell at the screen. Claire is awesome. She is really nice. So I want to thank you guys for really just listening to this, and I'll try to find out how to like take video recording on my desktop so I can go show you what happened to me with Creeperbot. But thanks again, guys. You guys are amazing. Hearts. Hearts for you guys. Hearts. Weirdest heart ever. There we go. There we go. I got my eye on you guys. Alright guys, take care. And remember, you shouldn't have done that.